What else did I get to show you? Well, I did show you the brushes, but I'll show you them a little more in depth now, okay? So let's take my regular brush. Let's take the two brushes that I use like most frequently for eyeshadow, okay? These were the two brushes. When I started out doing eyeshadow for the first time, these were my two brushes. These were the shape of them. This brush was my big blending brush. This brush was my precision brush, okay? This is my precision brush, and this was my blending brush. They're pretty big, right? Well, not huge, but they're quite big. Now, I have this brush for blending as well as this one. So you can kind of see in terms of the shape, this one is way longer. This one flares, and it's a pretty consistent size at the top of it. But this one is like, it's more pointed, right? You can see that, it's more pointed. So if, let's say, for example, I had makeup on it and I was applying makeup, it would apply at the point. But if I blend it, right, I get the whole thing in on it. But I can deposit at a point and blend like this. It's cool, right? Next up is the other brush I used today. I basically only used this brush today. But as you can see, compared to this, again, way thinner. It's shaped very similarly to this one, but it's even thinner. So this is a good medium-sized brush, basically. If this is a large eyeshadow brush, this is like a medium eyeshadow brush. And then you could say, for example, I don't think I really have a brush I would call a small brush. But anyway, this is a good brush as well. Next up, I got this brush. Look at this one. Look how flat it is. It's a very flat brush. Now, what do I use this one for? This one is also for eyeshadow, but it's to apply, if I were to apply like glitters or something, because it's so flat, I can pick up glitter on it and I can tap glitter. Imagine this was like my eyelid. I can tap the glitter onto my eyelid using this brush. So it's kind of a lid brush, basically. To like tap into things, right? Very cool, very, very cool. This brush is a concealer brush. Same shape basically as this one, but way bigger. But this for like carving out nice shapes, like carving out this shape with this one. It's hard to do this on because it's inverted. Like carving out a nice curved line here with concealer, slicing down my nose, brushing under here with concealer, brushing under here with concealer, brushing up here, brushing under here with concealer, like all this. It's good. It's a concealer brush. It's very good for that. Now we're on to the cool brushes, okay? Those are the last cool brushes. Now we're into the cool brushes. This one is what I used for the contouring under my eyes. You see how it's very, very thin? It's very short. Compare it in terms of length to this, right? It's not very wide, and it's very, very thin. Now we can compare this pretty directly to this brush, which is what I would have used before. So we can almost one-to-one compare them. But as you can see, this one is a lot flatter. It doesn't have this like curve, like this arch to it. And if we put them side by side like this, you can kind of even see that this one is, how do I word it? It might be hard for you to see, but basically this one is not as precise at the tip as this one is. This one is more precise at the tip than this one is. So it's more precise and it's flatter. And this one is good for like contouring the under eye, or this would also be good if I had an eyeliner. I could apply an eyeliner with this. Now, the second last one, I use this for my inner corner here, but this is like, and also for the concealing, but this would be like for highlights and stuff, just on the eye. It's very precise. I mean, just compare size to this brush, just look at the size difference. This is just a precision brush, just for getting corners, just for applying things that need to be done very precisely. And then this one, final brush, the most exciting one of all. This is the most exciting brush. It even gets a cap because of how cool it is, okay? Look at this fucking brush. Look at this brush. Now look at this brush. And look at this brush, okay? It's just to give you an idea of the size of this one. And now look at this one. Look how fucking tiny this brush is. The smallest brush ever. Insane precision. Incredible. I don't even know what I would use this for, but I've never seen such a small brush. I just had to get it. I just had to. Anyway, that was the brushes showcase. I'm very happy about that. I got a little tweezer. The thing is, pinpoint concealer, I figure I would use this. So I don't even know what I would use that other one for, but it's so small. I got this little tweezer, but it has flowers on it. Very cool.